All right, let me. Oh wait, look, I wanted to show you this first. Look at my little tea guy,
Oh, that's so
little
cute.
frog. We had a.
Oh,
Have we taken you to Tea and Coffee Co?
no,
Oh, I feel like we would have.
probably not
But
because I really don't drink coffee.
well, I don't drink coffee either. But this is where we get. That's where Nay gets all of her beans and all of
Mm.
we get all of our tea. And I got this little tea guy. Because I've turned into a tea guy. Ooh, Mrs.
It's upgraded over here.
This is my show and tell mug. Anyways, welcome back to Missin the Homies. This is a show where I bullshit with my homies. And this month, we got my spooky sis from another miss, Mrs. Upgraded from the first time she was on a different pod.
Yeah.
Rebecca, welcome back.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back
Thank you.
on later this week. Cheers. Actually, I'm not going to take a sip
Ooh,
of mine because it's
it's very hot.
actually,
I
it feels
also
weird.
got the Trader Joe's popcorn.
Oh,
You know, the one that you turn me on to. The herbs.
the herbs, the
Yeah.
spices. What's your favorite thing from Trader Joe's? Probably
My
that.
favorite thing from Trader Joe's. I mean, I really like the popcorn. Right now, it's all the pumpkin stuff.
Yeah. So tell me about your haul. Okay, so that's
My
another
haul. Okay.
to circle it back. If anybody's following along to our adulting adventures, I have like so grocery shopping used to be my chore, but I got a little unruly with it, and I would go hungry I would go to the grocery store hungry, so I'd come back with too many snacks. So
Oh, yeah.
once we
Big
moved
mistake.
here, yeah, me and Nay are like,
Never go hungry.
I think we should do it together. And honestly, what we started doing, and by started doing I mean like the past two times, we normally go on like a Saturday or Sunday. We go and get lunch right before, and then we
Good.
go grocery shopping. Because I mean, we typically don't eat out as much anymore.
Yeah.
But so anyways, so I have a huge love for Trader Joe's. Honestly, it wasn't until we moved to Chicago that I like had an opinion on a grocery store. But so Trader Joe's. Tell me your Trader Joe's
Yeah,
haul.
so I just I don't really go too often because it's in Royal Oak, the one
It's
I
a
go to.
hike.
So it's a hike, yeah. So when I go get my hair done out there, I go out there and I was like, you know what? Let me just go. So I got the popcorn. I got some pumpkin butter, which is amazing.
Is that like
Some
cookie butter?
No, it's like think of like apple butter, but it's pumpkin butter. It's really good.
I don't think I've ever had apple butter.
Just like it's not jelly or anything, but it's just like a what you put on toast or
It's like a spread.
muffin. Yeah, it's spread. It's spread.
Gotcha.
So I got that. I got the popcorn. I got some like meat, whatever. I got pumpkin O's, like instead of Cheerios. Figure I'd
Just-
try that out.
Just all pumpkin.
Yeah, it was just a big bag thing. I did get the pot stickers that you made me with the dipping sauce.
Okay. So for the longest time, that was the only thing that we would get from Trader Joe's. I mean, like at my parents' house, my mom would just get the pot stickers and the sauce. That sauce,
Goya or
the
something sauce.
gyoza,
However you
gyoza.
say it, yeah.
Yeah, we know what we're talking about.
So good. So I got that, and I got some like festive harvest pasta. I got the vodka sauce. I got a pumpkin squash.
Did you get
spaghetti
the like
sauce.
little pumpkin shaped noodles?
These were more like candy corn.
What's your stance on candy corn?
I don't like candy corn.
Not a fan.
No, not a fan.
I try it every
Um,
year.
That's how I am with eggnog and cottage cheese. Still can't do it. Still can't do it. Still can't do it. No. So that was really it. But since we're on the pumpkin theme, the homework that I assigned you,
Yes.
let's just jump right to it. So, first off, before we start talking about that, I want to show you something. So this picture here,
Oh my God.
tell me Michael Myers is not in this.
Oh my God, the clown.
So that was Emilio. We had to bid about maybe 2 or something.
I love a prop.
But when we first started watching that movie, and then he was dressed up like that, I was like, oh my god, you're like Michael Myers.
So when was the first time you saw it related to how old you were in that picture?
I was in ballet. I was probably like 6 or almost 7 there. I had watched Halloween before I was 10 for sure. I don't remember the exact age because my uncle terrorized us as children. He would actually you've seen the movie, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I said
so. At my mom's house, he sometimes would watch us after school or just whatever. He would be there. He was a younger brother.
Yeah.
And he would have his blue coveralls from work on. He would turn off the power of our whole house and hide in the basement. And my mom had a stereo.
Oh, hell
and he
no.
would play the cassette tape of the soundtrack throughout the entire house and then like just shut off the power. And we would scream. We would hide in the bathroom like, yeah, he terrorized.
Oh, like literally
try to scare his baby now. He's like, oh, don't do that. You know, it's like, dude, you like wrecked ours. Like this.
That's fucked up.
So bad. So okay. So what'd you think?
Okay, so me and Hanjo are of the same, or cut from the same cloth. Definitely can't handle a scary movie. So I was like,
vaginas.
I was nervous going into it, but so I kept telling Naya, I was like, okay, we should watch it, because we tried to watch it for like 3 days.
She's never seen it either?
No, she hadn't seen it.
Okay.
So I was like, let's watch it during the day. Nah, we should probably watch it at night. I was unsure of when to watch it. So we wound up watching it, one night. And it wasn't as scary as I thought, but it was creepy. It was like creepy as fuck. And I think the way I have to get through scary movies is like rationalizing it just a little bit to be like, oh, it's not scary because that's weird. So like all of the parts where he was like following right behind, like there's the one scene, I forget what the kid's name is, but he boy? Like, yeah, no, not Michael.
Robbie was a boy with Lindsay, and then there was Bobby was the one that was dating the blonde girl that ended up with the headstone.
No, he was a little kid. But what?
It's Robbie.
Robbie.
Yeah.
Did not catch any of their names. I don't even think they said Michael Myers. No, they did. They definitely said Michael.
They definitely did.
But like when he's walking out of school and the car is like maybe 4 feet behind him, I was like, what the fuck? He would have turned just for a second, but I'm like, I don't know.
Like shit like that could happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even just all of the standing across the street, staring directly across, like, and the sound spike, like the music, that was, I think the music is what was, yeah. And it's, what's her name? Jane Lynch, right? Jane Lynch is, or
Curtis.
Jamie Curtis, not Jane Lynch. Yeah. Jane Lynch is the other, the other tall white lady. Jamie Curtis was throwing me the entire time because I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so, I mean, it was a long time ago, but so
I can't remember how old she was in that movie, but very, very young.
Oh yeah.
So obviously today's world's very different, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
in the 70s.
Also, I was thinking, especially that one part where he's like following right behind the kid. I was like, that would never happen today. I was like, you could reshoot that exact same scene with the kid doing the same thing, just scrolling on his phone. And I was like, damn. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
it could happen.
It's very different now. So now, my next homework assignment for you is that I started you low.
No, we're ramping up.
I started you low. Now, I want you to watch The Conjuring 1 and 2 if you haven't.
I don't think I have. Wait, which one's The Conjuring?
The Conjuring is about the Warrens. They are doctors that go after like the exorcism.
I think I have seen. Are those the based on real life?
Yes.
And the second one, they're like in
like
England.
Europe or something.
I've definitely seen them.
So you've seen those. Okay.
It's been a while, but I've seen them.
Okay. Retouch on that, and then have you seen Amityville Horror?
No, I've also
The
seen.
new one is very good with Ryan Reynolds.
I've also never seen a Rocky Picture Horror Show. I know that's not scary,
some
but
viewers may not like me for this, but that's fine. I'm not a fan.
not a fan of.
Not a fan. I tried.
Not a fan of the cult hit Rocky Picture Horror Show.
The first time I saw that movie, musical rather.
It's a musical? I'm definitely not gonna say it.
Yeah, it's a musical. Think of like Mamma Mia-ish. Okay. So
no.
I rented it from the library when I lived on base in Japan. And I was like, oh, I've never seen it before. Let me just check it out. And I remember putting it in and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, the guy was like in fishnet style. It was very like, and at the dollar store here in Ellen Park, they used to play it every Halloween.
R.I.P. the dollar show. You will be missed.
For sure. So I'm like, oh, it's probably like a big hit. I don't get it. Like, that's not. I'm into a lot of weird shit, but I'm not into that.
That's how I felt about Sweeney Todd. I probably got like 10 minutes in. I was like, what the fuck? They're singing the whole thing? Hell no.
So Sweeney Todd, I saw live with the actual
like
cast.
Johnny Depp?
No. Josh Gord something. I don't know. I think if I tell you the name, you probably won't know. But anyways, I went to go see that, and that was amazing. Much better than the actual Johnny Depp movie or any other like whatever seen before. Very, very good play. Very good play.
Yeah.
Very morbid, but Rocky Horror Picture Show it's different.
Okay, so then what's Amityville
Amityville Horror is all about I believe his name is Jason Defoe.
Because my history with Amityville Horror is only that it's referenced in an Eminem and a D12 song. Those are the only two.
No. So this is a upstate New York, I believe, or Connecticut, and it's a house that's like, possessed or whatever, and it takes over the family. The guy, I believe, is still in jail and is eligible for parole, I think, in a couple of years. I look up people like that. Like, I'm weird. Like, I look up, yes. If they're still alive, I will look them up, and you can see their mugshots and everything. Ooh. So Jason Defoe is like
So that one's real.
Family, huh?
So Amityville is real.
Yeah. So they made one. I don't know if it was the 70s or 80s, but they remade it with Ryan Reynolds, and I was like, when I went to go see it, I was like, this shit's actually kind of scary. A very different role for him. Very, very good.
I do love Ryan
acting
Reynolds.
Very well. So
I do love Ryan Reynolds.
Have you seen The Conjuring? I mean, what did you think of The Conjuring? So, were you scared?
The Conjurings, it's been a while. I remember. I honestly don't even remember the first one. But I remember the second one of them being somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, so the first one, they were kind of like...
They're like paranormal investigators, right?
Yeah, and the first one, they referenced something in the beginning about the Amityville Horror House. I believe they also did something with that. Check it out. I think you'll like it. I've seen a ton of scary movies from like the old ones, and it's kind of hard to be like, to go back and watch something old versus like now. That's why I was like, watch something old first and then watch something now. Like, you'll see like obviously the different,
prosthetics and the effects.
Right. The movie that still gets me to this day, and I refuse to ever watch again, is a movie called The Changeling. It's almost impossible to stream it anywhere.
Changeling.
Yeah, so don't get it mixed up with The Changeling with Angelina Jolie, about also a true story. Lady in the 30s, I could be wrong on the date, where her son goes missing and they never find him. Really fucked up story. It's actually a really good movie, like for like a drama. But The Changeling, I believe this is also from the 70s. True story about, or I don't know if it's true, based on true events, maybe not true story.
Yeah.
This guy, he is driving, gets in a car crash in a snow like accident, whatever. Whole family dies. They're getting ready to move to this big mansion, and he ends up moving by himself. come to find out it was like an old doctor's house or something.
Whole family
And
dies
there's-
right before he's about to
they're
move.
on their way moving to the new house, and he dies, or the whole family dies in a semi crash, but he survived. So he still goes to continue to move to the house and starts hearing things and gets the story, whatever. Come to find out, the couple that lived in this house before, they had a son that was handicapped, and I believe they were embarrassed by him, so they locked him up in the attic. And eventually, I believe they drowned him because he used to hear like the banging like on a tub in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And he was like wheelchaired and all this stuff. And they ended up like digging up a well in the backyard, and they found the child's bones back there. Really fucked up story.
That's like The Boy. Did you ever see The Boy?
Yes.
That one freaked me. Like,
really? I didn't think it was that great.
it wasn't bad up until like the last like 15, 20 minutes where the guy actually came out of the wall.
Oh.
That like, oh God, like that made me, I had trouble sleeping that night after seeing that one.
I think what it is, it's like the scary movies, like it's not about seeing like a demon or an alien or, you know, something, a different creature. It's the ones where it's like you just hear stuff you don't really see, like, you know, it could be there, but it doesn't really show you. Like, that's how I feel like with Michael Myers. Like, that was a real guy just with a mask. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not you know, the signs, you know, with aliens or anything like that. And, you know, exorcism, okay, demons are coming through, people are flying across the room, blah, 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 blah. The Changeling is like that too. Like, it doesn't ever really show you, like, the kid's name was Joseph, and I remember when my friends watched it, they used to prank call us and leave voicemails on the answering machine.
Fucked up.
They'd be like, Joseph. I was like, oh my God.
Yo,
And
that like takes me to a place, because I like remember hearing people, I mean, like, I'm in that sweet spot of like having a house phone for like a little bit right before cell phones. So like, we would get those calls every like now and then, like not very often, but like that whispering on that like crackly house phone is fucking terrifying.
That is even like the ringing of like a phone now.
I
like
heard it. I heard that.
Scary.
I heard that today. Where was I? I was on the train. No, it wasn't. I like walked into the office and I heard like a house phone ringing, and I was like, why does that sound so familiar?
I think people have ringers for that now, right?
I mean, I'm sure you can get like your phone could have like the house, but it was like the old house phone ring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
That scares me. Knocking on the door scares me. Like,
knock at the door.
And I were sitting here talking, and he's like, "Do you lock the door when you shower?" Like, just random thoughts coming through his head, and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, me too." I'm like, "Well, I have a knife in my bathroom in case someone comes in." And what I do is I shut the door, lock it, and then I pull out my cabinet drawers. So, like, if they try to come in, they can't.
Oh, so you're like triple.
Yeah, I trust nobody.
I see.
Only because I was terrorized as a child.
See, I am just starting to like get over leaving doors open, but I like
what kind of doors?
Just like bathroom doors and stuff. Like, but I, because
like, do you have to shut them because of the cats?
We don't have to because of the cats, but like Sweaty will come in as soon as he hears a butt touch a seat, he comes in and he just loves to like sit there, and he like has a little spot right in front of the toilet, and he just loves to hang out. And I like have gotten so used to it, but I like lock the doors every single time I come home. So do I. I totally feel that. And Renee is like, I'll leave the doors unlocked. I'm like, how do you? I don't get it. I
mean, no, an apartment maybe not as crazy, but like if I'm sitting here by myself, you know,
I mean,
Cece doesn't do nothing.
Cece's the worst guard dog.
The worst. If my big door's open, like anyone can just come in through like my glass door.
Yeah.
And people have done that, especially delivery drivers or whatever. So I always keep that locked. I mean, if Andrew's home, it's different, but when the sun starts to go down, I'm like, all that. Andrew's like, I'm like, you don't understand.
Put the door jam.
I would live in my house in the middle
Yeah, and I mean, you guys are on the first floor too. Like, that's why I've like eased up just a little bit because like we're like double locked in already, and then we're on the fourth floor, and then we have like our locks. So I'm like,
right. I mean, that's how I felt in my apartment downtown too. I was sixth floor. We had 2 keys to get in, and then our names were not our correct names on our like buzzer. I think my name was like Dr. Pepper or something
Sandra.
like that.
Dr.
No.
Pepper.
No, they weren't real names for anybody, but like the buzzer was just like connected to like, you know, salt, pepper, like I said, like whatever random name. So, and packages didn't get delivered there or anything. Like everything went to the front desk across the street, and then they brought everything in the morning.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah. So it was mainly to keep traffic out of the lobby for us. But I never felt like I mean, I locked my door.
Right. But you didn't feel unsafe.
But I always left my windows open. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so question totally not related to this. How many Halloween movies are there? Because not to spoil a 50-something-year-old movie, but he didn't die at the end. And that bitch got stabbed twice and got a whole clip unloaded.
I think I know like the originals were, I think, what was it, 5, and then it was like Halloween versus Freddy or something, or
Freddy versus Jason.
Maybe that's what it is. Then there's an H2O one, and then there's just whatever's been coming out.
What's H2O? Is that Halloween 2?
Honestly, like those are okay. I feel like the Halloween movies probably after the 5th one, which is Jamie Lee Curtis's, I believe her niece takes over for like his soul. They became more slashers than spooky. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah. Like Scream.
I think Rob Zombie did like a Halloween one too. I like originality.
So you like the OG?
The OG for sure. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You can watch them. I mean,
no, I
think part 2 is called like The Witches or something, and that really doesn't have anything to do with anything, or maybe that's part 3 and it's just like, oh, okay. But 4 and 5 are okay.
Is there something like I guess I was more so, have you seen all of them, or?
Yeah.
I was more so wondering what is up with Michael Myers, because like he fell out of the 2-story building, he fell out of the house, got shot 6 times, got stabbed, and he like just walked it off. So like, is there?
He's not human.
He's not
anymore.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, he was eating dogs and shit, and like.
I mean, you could eat a dog and still be human.
He was psychologically fucked up, and then as you go, it kind of got a little confusing because, somehow I think you kind of have to like read a blog or something online. Somehow they made it seem like how Jamie Lee Curtis became like his half sister or some bullshit. It was weird.
I was really confused why he was trying to kill Jamie Lee Curtis and the little kid. That like didn't make sense to me.
She, I think, was like a sister.
Like stand-in?
Because I know he killed his sister in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then Jamie Lee Curtis is supposed to be like a one that they adopted or something. I don't know. I gotta read up on it, but it's.
Oh wait, so she was in the same family?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get that at all. What?
Yeah, it's like his sister.
Oh, I was like, why
it's weird. Like you gotta read it.
I thought it was because she walked up to the house.
No.
Oh, literally the whole time I was like, is that the whole reason he's like,
you know what?
Following her? I don't know.
Watch the first 6 movies. They go quick. They're not long. They're not like 2 hours or nothing.
Right. That's like telling somebody something about Marvel. It's like, okay.
That's different.
But
watch them on the train or whatever. Like download them, watch them on the train. It won't take you long to go through them, I promise. But or even if you just read up on it online, like I'm sure there's like a clip notes on all these, then you'll understand a little more. It's weird how they kind of. I think there's like a YouTuber too that kind of goes and explains each one. It's like, yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's more so what I was wondering.
Yeah,
And
it wasn't like she was random.
because
I think
didn't a new one just come out?
Was it this year or last year?
Yeah, like recently.
It was okay. Like I said, it became more slasher.
Mhm.
But if you go back, and I think they didn't. Well, obviously, it was low budgeted film.
Yeah.
There is a small show, I think, on the VH1 or not History Channel, one of the things on TV, and it tells you like all like the history of like how they started it, what Carpenter tried to do, what he budgeted. You know, the house was just an abandoned house. All they did was fix up the front of the house.
Oh
like,
yeah.
all this stuff, and so I don't think it was actually meant for Jamie Lee Curtis to be the sister, but they just kind of worked in the story to.
They ran with it.
Right.
Because I mean, when it came out, I mean, if it spun out this many, like, this series, it had to have blown up when it came out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
To watch, it's not bad.
Like this hallway, after we watched it, I close up shop around here, so I make sure all the doors are locked, everything, all the lights are off. I was pretty freaked out. I was like, if I see a silhouette of a man standing, I'm fucked. So I was nervous. Yeah, okay, so Amityville, or I probably won't watch The Conjurings because I've seen.
Yeah,
I've definitely seen the second one.
Okay, watch the Amityville Horror. You can watch the original if you want, but I think the new one they made with Ryan Reynolds is really good. They did a really good job.
I love Ryan Reynolds. So is that a slasher or is that a horror?
That's a horror.
Okay. So what? Yeah. So rank your scary movie, because to me, scary is all. I guess the only one I would take out, like a slasher, a horror. The only one I would take out is like a thriller. But like to me, scary is all scary. Even like thriller is like kind of in there.
I feel like with thriller movies, it's more psychological stuff and whatever. Scary is just scary.
No, rank them for you. Which ones are you trying to watch?
I would do scary first, then thriller.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into slashers that much.
I'm not super into like gore and shit like that. I don't need to.
It's not that. It's just like when it's just like so much. It's like, okay, I get it. You're cutting everybody up.
See, I would be like, oh,
like
no.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Was it the Saw movies? Those, like, the first one wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, but then as they drag on, it's like, I get it. I know what's happening. You're gonna chaw off his leg, rip out his throat guts or whatever.
His eyeballs.
Yeah. Like Hill Have Eyes shit. Like, okay, I get it.
The Hills Have Eyes. What's that one? I literally like.
So these also kind of like a little bit of a slasher.
These movies, I remember just seeing the boxes at the at the
movies. Your uncles.
At the video store. So like I can picture what the like poster or what the DVD box looks like, but I like. Yeah. And, I don't know. I didn't go for the scary stuff, and I still don't.
I do.
So,
I love it all.
What's your favorite scary movie? Would you say it's Halloween? No.
I think it'd be Halloween, but that's just because they're not making stuff like that anymore, right?
Right.
Now, today, I would say I really enjoy the Conjuring series.
Is that what the Nun was? I think they did really well. Is the Nun part of the Conjuring series?
It's part of it, yeah.
Okay, wait. So is the Nun... Oh, wait. Is the Conjuring series the... Oh, shit. I'm going to get it wrong. But I think...
I feel like the Nun... It comes in, like, now that I've been watching it, because we just watched part 2. So, the Nun starts way back in the day. In, like, France. So it kind of goes backwards, I feel like.
Gotcha. It's a prequel.
Like how they're coming out.
Ooh,
it's not, but it is.
Because is this the Nun 2? Or is this just the Nun 1?
No, the Nun Part 2. We just saw this on Saturday and scared the shit out of Alejandro. We crawled behind, we had the top row of the movie theater.
I saw that.
Mandy crawled behind the scene.
Hell no. I would have gotten the hell out of there.
Andrew was sitting there next to him. He's like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know something's going to happen. I just love you. Telling Alejandro, he's like, no.
Oh my gosh. So is the Nun and the Conjuring part of the, what's the fucking universe? Isn't it like fuck, what am I thinking? I want to say like La Madrina, is that part of, isn't that like that's what it is. I think me and Nay saw that one. That's not part of it? Okay.
No.
What's the story with the Nun? Or because I thought the Conjuring was the houses were haunted.
Well, it's the people that are living in those places. It's from other, like, you know, souls that haven't left or crossed over or whatever. They're taking over. They're possessing another person that's moved in, or a child. The Conjuring 2. So the Nun is just a higher powered demon that used to be, I believe, an angel. Just kind of coming back, and it's making its way around. But the Nun movies, it's kind of telling you how it started.
See, I think that stuff sounds so cool, but I'm such a pussy when it comes to the actual.
I had 2 nightmares last night.
See?
I messaged Andrew because he was at work, and I was like, I woke up hot and sweaty on my neck, and for whatever reason, my hand was on like over me, tucked in between my headboard and my mattress, like it was stuck. And I freaked the fuck out. And Cece, not a care in the world, just snoring her life away.
Cece's chilling.
Like, straight snoring. I was like, what is going on? And then, like, I woke up and I told him what I don't really remember it so much now, but then, like, I went back to sleep and I went back to that same dream. And I woke up again, hot and sweaty, just like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm like, and all I watched last night was Sex in the City. So I don't understand.
Trying to cleanse the Nun, go home and you start saging the house and you're like, okay, I need some Samantha time.
Right. Love that show.
Hell no. Shit. Oh wow, I had so many, not so many things, but I had like, I'm like I'm so happy. I love this. I'm like already so happy to be back. Thank you. But yeah, okay. So Amityville, I think I'll probably watch a YouTube video about the Conjuring series, because I think that stuff is
they explain it all. There's a couple guys on there that talk about it.
Do you guys watch the breakdown videos after you go and see movies?
I know Andrew looks up a lot of stuff. I probably watch it more than he does, though. He is not into the horror films like me. Mm-hmm. He's comedy, musicals, like, which is fine.
Different
strokes.
Really
go see it, he'll go with me. Yeah, if I really want to go see it, he'll go see with me. Or like when we all went last Saturday's big group, Jackie and I, we go during the day, like 10 a.m. We take our breakfast.
That's what's up. Go see a morning movie.
Yeah, no one's in there, generally half the time. So we'll go like at 10 a.m.
That's so. The last time I saw a morning movie was at AMC Woodhaven, or not AMC. It was Imagine.
Wow. No, I very much enjoyed the morning time, because when we went to go see The Nun, it was a 9:20 show, and all these guys walked in and they were just talking. Everyone's like, "Shut up!" And like, I don't enjoy that. Like, I came to see.
You don't like the live commentary?
Not that cheap to go see a movie these days.
It's an event.
When Jackie and I go, like, we can talk. Not that we talk, but like, it's.
I don't want somebody else there talking. I want to be talking.
I don't want someone else there talking. Exactly. I did not, block out my calendar on a Tuesday at 10 a.m. to go see a movie to hear you talk.
I feel like there was one that, did you see the one? It was, It was an exorcism movie. I want to say the Vatican's priest or whatever. I don't know. That I like.
The Pope's Exorcist.
I think that's what it was.
Is it on Netflix?
No, I thought it just came out in theaters, or it might have. I don't know. Me and Nate don't go to the theaters very often because she doesn't like to go to the theaters, but I love the movies.
I love going to movies. It's the Pope Exorcist on Netflix. I thought it was dumb, but there's a new Exorcist coming out in theaters next month that I want to go see.
See, I've never seen The Exorcist. That
movie. That one pretty much scared me. I don't think I saw the whole thing.
That one's a nah.
Scary.
Oh no.
Yeah, Linda Brittle got me on that one. I'm good.
Hell no. Well,
I mean,
Rebecca,
if you watch it now, like the makeup and all that, it's like okay.
when did it come out?
I think the 80s.
Rebecca, it's about to kick us out.
Also a series, huh? Oh.
It's about to kick us out. We have less than a minute. See, doesn't this fly by?
Oh yeah.
All right, so I have my homework, and I will see you Saturday.